On a more serious note, Adam, can you tell us a little bit more on how college tennis can help American tennis, help grow our sport?
You know what? I'm a little biased, but college tennis to me is there's nothing better. It can grow American tennis in so many ways. For me, I growing up in New York, I remember when I was a young kid, I went to the Columbia matches, and when I was in junior high and high school, and watching them, it inspired me so much just going to see college tennis because, like I tell my players, it's not tennis. It's different, and it's exciting. It's all about team. Fans can get involved. It's a place where I think you can grow not only as a tennis player but as a person, and to inspire young American kids coming up to play college tennis. They have to get out there and see it. They have to experience it. They got to go to matches. Club pros and parents need to take them at an early age, because we can talk about it all day, but until they go out and actually see a dual match, there's nothing like it. I say that all the time. I'm like, is there anything more exciting than that 4-3 match? And for American juniors, I don't think they go out and see it enough. And that's something that we need to push and promote, and because we have a product that is unbelievable, and we need to get it out there, and we need to get it out there to the young American kids.
As a coach, how do you get your players better?
I always tell my players, there's not many excuses when you play for a collegiate program. There, just in terms of the resources that are there, and I don't think people are really aware of, everything that is given to these kids. Just in terms of, a lot of us have 3 coaches, a head coach, assistant coach, volunteer. We have a trainer. We have strength and conditioning programs. The facilities are amazing, at all these schools, so many schools, and it's improved over the years. So the resources there to get better are amazing. The kids have to take advantage of it. I think the coaching in the last 25, 30 years has improved so much. The coaches now, they work on the court with these kids, so well. I see the improvement every team I look at. I see these players getting better, and I mean, obviously I'm a head coach at Pepperdine, but I'm also a fan of college tennis, and I can tell you that you can't find a place where everything is right there for you, just in terms of everything I just talked about. If you're injured, there's rehab facilities. Just everything is there for you to advance and improve and develop into a great player, and hopefully, for some of these kids, into a professional player.
So I'm an 18-year-old junior, and I'm trying to decide between college and pro. Those 2 to 4 years with a team and with a coach can really make a difference.
Absolutely, it can make a difference. You only have really one shot at going to college and playing, and obviously I'm going to push for that. And if somebody, and if you don't do it out of high school and then you miss that chance, you can't get that back. And if you look on the pro tour right now and you see the names like Kevin Anderson and Somdev and John Isner and Benjamin Becker and these guys that went 3-4 years to school and are doing great on the pro tour. But I know there's a decision there. If you win Kalamazoo and you're top in the world and you're really doing well on the pro tour already, obviously you have a choice to make. But college tennis, I think the team aspect brings out the best in these kids in a lot of different ways, because it's such a mental sport. And I think when you're accountable to others and you understand that, hey, if the mental part of the game is so important, but when you play in a team, I think that helps these kids so much in their development, besides the technique and the technical aspect of the sport. So, that part, the team part, I don't think kids really understand how much that helps in their development, just in terms of practicing every day with a group of guys that really support you and have your back. You're never going to have that again the rest of your life, where you can go out every day for 2.5, 3 hours and that there are 10 other guys that want you to get better. That's not going to happen when you get on the Pro Tour. So I think, in terms of using the team also as a resource to improve, it's, immeasurable. And I would love to, if the choice is clear cut and you need to be a pro, but if it's not, I would love to see kids pick, a university to start their career.
Last question. There's been a lot of talk about the format in college tennis, that maybe the matches are a little bit too long. If you were the commissioner of college tennis, what format would you choose?
I know this is a big issue for you, but you know what? You got me a little bit on that one. I definitely think the matches need to be shorter. Without a doubt. It's too difficult, I feel, for someone, for either a young child or a family to come out and sit for 4.5, 5 hours through a sporting event. They need to be shorter. They're exciting, and obviously I love the way, with the doubles first and singles second. But do I have an exact, format for you right now? I don't. Sorry.
What about flipping the singles and the doubles?
There are things I like about that. I don't think a lot of coaches are behind that. There are things I do like about it. It would shorten it for sure. And if we could still keep doubles involved somehow, I would definitely be one to take a look at it. But one thing I'll tell you is that I'm open to any suggestions, and I really would love to, work on this. I think we've gone away from it now a little bit, and I think we need to get back to really finding a format that works, that we can get on TV and we can shorten, because, I keep saying we have the best sport in the world, but other people need to see that. And the only way to see that is that we need to get on TV. We need to promote the sport in a way that everyone gets to see it. So I think shortening the format is a first step. Do I have the exact imprint of what I would like to see? Not yet.
Thank you, Adam.